Ever wondered how one man could call down fire from the heavens and halt the rain for years? Now that's quite a resume. Welcome to the enigma of Elijah, a figure who defies the ordinary at every turn. Born in Tishbe, a town of Gilead, this man of mystery was called into service by none other than God himself. Elijah, a name that translates to "My God is Yahweh," was a stalwart ambassador of monotheism in a time when idol worship was rampant. His life's mission? To steer the people of Israel back towards their one true God, Yahweh. Armed with unwavering faith and divine backing, Elijah was not just a prophet, but a divine warrior. He stood toe-to-toe with King Ahab and Queen Jezebel, the royal proponents of idolatry, and never once backed down. His audacity to challenge the status quo, coupled with his miraculous exploits, marked him as a unique servant of God. But Elijah was also human, marked by moments of fear and despair. Yet, in his darkest hours he found renewal and strength in his divine calling. This was Elijah, a man who walked with God and challenged the powers of his time. Picture this. A single man against 450 prophets of a rival deity. Sounds like a scene from an epic fantasy, doesn't it? But this isn't from a work of fiction. It's a chapter from the life of the prophet Elijah, a man who stood against the tide and championed the cause of God. It was on Mount Carmel where this titanic clash of faiths unfolded. Elijah, the lone prophet of God, challenged the multitude of Baal's prophets to a divine showdown. The rules were simple. Both sides would prepare a bull for sacrifice, but they wouldn't light the fire themselves. Instead, they would call upon their respective deities to send down fire from heaven to consume the offering. A test of power, a test of faith. Baal's prophets went first. They called on their God from morning till noon, dancing and slashing themselves, but to no avail. There was no response, no fire. Then came Elijah's turn. But he didn't just call on God, he doused his bull and the wood underneath it with water, not once, not twice, but 3 times, making the task seem impossible. Then he prayed. He called upon the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Israel to let it be known that he is God. And the response was immediate and dramatic. Fire came down from heaven, consuming the bull, the wood, even the stones and the water in the trench around the altar. It was a sight to behold, a clear demonstration of the supremacy of God. Against all odds, Elijah's faith stood firm, and the God of Israel reigned supreme. From an epic battle to a relentless pursuit, Elijah's life was anything but ordinary. Now imagine this, a queen with a fiery temperament and a vendetta against you. Yes, that was Queen Jezebel for Elijah. She was a thorn in his side, a constant threat, a shadow that never left. Elijah, being human, had his moments of despair. He fled from Jezebel's threats into the wilderness, his heart heavy with fear. But in the midst of his trials, there was a beacon of hope, divine intervention. God, in his infinite mercy, reassured Elijah, renewing his strength and resolve. He wasn't alone in his battle. He had the most powerful ally on his side, the Almighty. This relentless pursuit by Queen Jezebel, this eternal battle, was a testament to Elijah's unwavering faith. Despite the danger that lurked in the shadows, despite the fear that sometimes gripped his heart, Elijah stood firm in his faith. He trusted God, he followed his commands, and he never wavered in his duty. In the face of danger, Elijah found solace and strength in his unwavering faith. Elijah's story didn't end with his departure in a whirlwind. Quite the contrary, his legacy continued to echo throughout the centuries, transcending the boundaries of time and space. One of the most remarkable aspects of Elijah's legacy was his prophecy of the Messiah's forerunner. He predicted the coming of a voice in the wilderness, setting the stage for the arrival of John the Baptist, who prepared the way for Jesus Christ. But Elijah's influence didn't stop there. In a moment of divine spectacle, Elijah made a stunning appearance during Jesus' transfiguration. Standing alongside Moses, Elijah conversed with Jesus, serving as a bridge between the Old and New Testaments and confirming Jesus' divine identity. Yet the essence of Elijah's legacy lies not just in these monumental moments, but also in the character traits he exhibited throughout his life. His boldness in confronting idolatry, his unshakable trust in God, and his relentless passion for guiding people back to the path of righteousness, all paint a vivid picture of a prophet who was truly a man of God. Elijah's story serves as a reminder that faith is not a passive state, but an active endeavor. It is about standing up for what is right, trusting in God's providence, and leading others toward the light, regardless of the odds. It's about having the courage to pray for fire from heaven, and the humility to listen for God in the gentle whisper. Elijah, a prophet of fire and rain, left a legacy that continues to inspire us today, reminding us of the extraordinary power of faith. His life echoes a timeless message: when we stand with God, no force on earth can stand against us. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the life of Elijah. His life, filled with faith, courage, and divine interactions, serves as a timeless reminder of what it means to live a life dedicated to God. As we reflect on the lessons from Elijah's life, let's remember to stand firm in our faith, confront the idols in our lives, and lead others towards righteousness, just as he did. If you've been inspired by Elijah's story, and you want to explore more extraordinary stories from the Bible, then this is the place for you. So don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Join us as we continue to delve into the rich tapestry of biblical history, uncovering the profound lessons they hold for us today. Remember, when we stand with God, no force on earth can stand against us. Be sure to tune in for our next video as we continue to explore these timeless stories of faith and courage.